drinking everything to ease your mind. But when the hell are you gonna ease mine? You're like concrete feet in the summer heat. It burns like hell when two souls meet. No, you'll never be the man that you always swore. I remember you. I remember you singing in the back of that Ford. No, it lost me after that part. It burns like hell when two souls meet. All right, where's this going? Temperance reversed. Falling on the floor. Stability. Stability. All plans out the window. Everything falling into place. Justice. Yeah, everything falling into place. And then this card flipped over from the other deck. Unalome is going to be significant. Strength and the Knight of Wands. Be prepared, collective. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Death reverse, Queen of Wands, Ten of Cups. Yeah, it's definitely pedal to the floor. Pedal to the floor. Speeding is relevant. Feeling like you're out of time. Cutting the cord with the Queen of Swords energy. It's going through a very large transformation. They did something to knock their stability and everything they built off balance. They thought that they were planting prosperous seeds for the future. I don't think it turned out that way. It went way deeper than that. Yep. It went way deeper than they could have ever imagined. This is life-changing. This is every action has an equal or opposite reaction. It's actions that were done in this situation with this Queen of Swords and this Queen of Wands against this Queen of Pentacles against the Hierophant. And those cards will come out. It did not stop what's taking place. It did not stop the justice from coming through. It did not stop these massive, life-changing decisions from still being made. This is grounded. It's like written in stone. The sky was never the limit. This goes beyond limitations. This goes beyond what someone thought was possible. And what that is I don't think... The movie Don't Look Up is coming to mind, but I'm not sure why at the moment, other than we're living in a day and age where it seems unbelievable that some of the things that we're seeing, hearing about, especially 3i Atlas, and it being kind of a ship coming in, there are some wild things taking place, and I know this seems like kind of a weird reading. It started out with justice coming in. It started out with a friendship being talked about, and then it talked about the destruction of Queen of Swords energy, a whole situation. It's the dominoes falling into place because it's divinely orchestrated. It's like finally seeing one masterful plan come into fruition, and it's starting to make sense for the masses. And it involves these love situations. Believe it or not, this is going to involve a doppelganger type situation. And what I mean by doppelganger is it's multiple versions of yourself working with other versions of yourself, past, present, future. We call that higher self sometimes too, working with your higher self to achieve your goals, to achieve your purpose, your ambitions, Christ consciousness, ascension, bringing heaven down to earth. This is all tied into it. So these pairs, these doppelgangers, they're closing roots of The easiest way to say it is curses, generational curses, but like imagine that, let's just say there were 13 original people, families that were on this planet, right? And let's just say that throughout the course of existence, from the dawn of existence, there was a blueprint in roots, right? Just like a tree, a leaf, a DNA structure. Everything kind of has the same exact design. But over time with those families, those 12 roots, you can think of like an elephant ear leaf with like 12 roots, and they all match. They're symmetrical, just like everything in existence. As those families and as those generations expanded, traumas ensued, lessons had to be learned, not mistakes, but pathways were taken. It created additional branches, additional pathways for the timelines to go, for humanity as a whole and individually to go throughout each generation, each year, even though time is a construct that was created. So going back from the beginning all the way to where we are current, during this ascension, during the vibrational alignment, bringing heaven to earth, as some would call it, getting the earth to a healed frequency for the future and betterment of society as a whole. We've been through this awakening process in waves, fixing the root, almost like curses, fixing the additional pathways and timelines that were all creating additional branches on the tree, additional neural pathways, additional veins in the heart space. Do you see what I'm saying? Healing all of those all the way back to the very root of the very first one to get everything back to where it was supposed to be. Do you see what I'm saying? To get it back to its most basic and truest essence and form. That's what this whole thing has been about. So these groups, these twins, twin flames, right? Doppelgangers, soulmates, right? These are people that came together throughout those branches in the timeline of life, of existence, from the dawn of existence, that played a part in each other's story and created one of those curses or those traumatic events, the suffering, the trauma that made the pathways go different ways. They all played their part in this lifetime to fix the root down to the originals so that we could start anew with the original blueprint. See how that works? I really hope this made sense to everybody. I'll have to watch this back and just make sure, because it can be very confusing, right? It's enlightenment. It's the journey. Balance. That's funny. It's the journey. It's how the entire universe plays into and balances itself out, because it has to be perfectly symmetrical. It's math, right? Fibonacci sequence, right? This all is, it's all math. As much as that, as stupid as it is, it's all math. It's all quantum. It's all science. And it resembles the unilome, which also resembles a guitar, and how the universe is actually set up outside of the firmament. So, again, all ties in, but where are we going with this? So, as these people finished out their parts of correcting the blueprint, it created the narcissistic collapse. It created these twins going after one another to, again, when they're back at the blueprint, I don't even know if I'm going to share this message, because it's for such a small select group of the collective that anyone outside of that may end up leaving this message with confusion, because it's a lot. Like, I know I've explained so many pieces of it over the last couple, I don't know, this last year. I mean, judgment again. Yeah. Basically, we're at the end of this. We've gotten to the root enough that we can start anew. It's a blank space, blank slate. We have enough of a foundation now. Oh, that's funny. To start anew. Like, we're on solid ground enough. So that's kind of where, yeah. Maybe that's just the message. And I can go on to a different reading. There's your just random update and summary of what's been going on. How this all kind of ties together in a high level summary. I mean, there's a lot more to it.